AFC U-23 Championship, Vietnam survived thriller to reach semis. The Vietnamese got off to a dream start in the quarter-final at the Changshu Stadium in the 12th minute after Iraq failed to clear their lines at a corner. Although Phan Van Duc was unable to get enough purchase on his ambitious overhead kick, he succeeded in helping it onto Nguyen Quang Phu Ong, who instinctively prodded a shot into the back of the net. However, Iraq equalized in controversial fashion a minute before the half-hour mark. There appeared to be little contact when Ayman Hussein went down while challenging for a cross, but referee Chris Beath awarded a penalty, paving the way for the striker to convert from 12 yards. With neither side able to net again in the remainder of the 90 minutes, the match then went into extra time, and that is when the drama really started. Just 4 minutes in, the Iraqis took the lead when a corner by Bashar Hassan was met by Hussein with a towering header at the near post that sailed past Pit Yen Dung. Then, in the 108th minute, it was Vietnam's turn to equalizer when opposition keeper Ahmed Basil flapped at a high cross, allowing Nguyen Van Ton to fire home on the turn after Van Duc had miscued an initial attempt. 4 minutes later, it looked as though Vietnam had completed a stunning victory when Ha Duc Chen headed home a Luong Xuan Trong corner to make it 3-2. But, with 4 minutes remaining, Ala Amai found space down the right and lashed a powerful shot in at the near post to send the game to the dreaded shootout. Vu Van Than was first up for the Vietnamese and scored, but there was no such joy for Iraq captain Rishon as his tame effort straight down the middle was comfortably caught by Yen Dung. The next 6 spot kicks were converted without much fuss, setting up the stage for centre-back Vit Yen Dung to net the winner and send Vietnam through to a semi-final meeting with Qatar. In doing so, they have now become the first ASEAN side to ever reach the last 4 of the AFC U-23 Championship. Iraq, Ahmed Basil, Ala Amai, Ali Latif, Burhan Juma, Hamza Adnan, Ahmed Mohsen, Amjad 56, Safehati, Farhan Shakir 114, Mohammed Jaffel, Ibrahim Bayesh 66, Bashar Hassan, Hussein Ali, Ayman Hussein. Vietnam, Vit Yen Dung, Pham Duong Man, Nguyen Van Ton 100, Du Duy Man, Nguyen Than Chung 80, Tran Din Trong, Vit Yen Dung, Vu Van Than, Luong Xuan Trong, Pham Duc Huey, Nguyen Quang Hai, Phan Van Duc, Nguyen Quang Phu Ong, Ha Duc Chen 89.